All right. So what the government actually does, that's a real good question because let me just talk about what I assumed that the government does. Yeah. I always believed that they should help you with something, this, that, and the third. I didn't know what, but for some reason, they're supposed to help rule the country or something like that. But when you deep it, it don't make sense. Do you see what I mean? It don't make sense because they're not in your life on a day-to-day basis. They're not. Let's be real. They're not. And from my experience of dealing with MPs, there has been one that has been very helpful. But other than that, there was one that wasn't very helpful. Made me wait. I don't even want to talk about that too tough here, but that experience made me realize, fuck voting for Labour. From that personal experience, I know I shouldn't, you know, paint everyone with the same brush, but the same, I just thought, fuck Labour. I'm not voting. Like, fuck it. What's the fucking point? I had a problem. They said they were going to help me with the problem. They told me to meet them at this place, and it was, you know what I mean? I was so fortunate that it was literally where I was supposed to meet them, was literally round the corner from where I lived. So fortunate. Because imagine if I had to spend travel money or whatever the case may be. Do you see what I mean? I would have been fucking livid. And it's funny because after that day, like, I remember seeing him. And I'm thinking, don't this Don fucking know? Like, get me? You didn't, there's no email, there's no phone call, no text message, like none of that. And I did try to get in contact with him. Anyway, let me just get into what a government does. All right, so it's basically, if you look at the etymology of the word government, this is what we need to go into to really understand. It's basically act of governing or ruling. Now let's look at the word govern, right? It's to rule with authority. Yeah, rule with authority. Let's look at the word authority. Give me a second. Because you need to understand how deep this thing really goes here. Because authority goes into authoritative. I don't know what's wrong with these motherfuckers. Why don't it just go right into the actual... Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway. And authoritative is dictatorial. Dictatorial, I listen. Hold up. Dictatorial, are you waiting for this? Is pertaining to a dictator. And you know what's mad? They call certain people a dictator. Aye, listen, you're being dictated to. And if you've been seeing what's going on with this whole coronavirus or COVID-19 situation, you can see that there is some level of dictatorship going on here. Putting places on, lockdown, basically giving you a curfew like you're a fucking child, bruv. So what did the government do? They dictate. They dictate how your life, your career should go. You may think you've got rulership over your life or over your career, but you have no idea that you don't. Everything is pre-planned. Let me not even get into, I don't want to even talk about conspiracies. That's just the actual etymology of these words. You can do your research for yourself. But anyway, look, click the link in the description box below where it says make a donation. You can make a donation of any amount. Yeah, because at the Alkebulantrust, we are rebuilding the infrastructure in the African and Caribbean diaspora, which will help, yeah, get rid of this whole government system. Yeah, I know you're probably thinking about how people can be ruled. Listen, we're going to put certain structures in place to ensure certain things are the way they should be. Do you see what I mean? But anyway, if you've got any questions, any topics you'd like for us to discuss in the videos, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know the video you suggest might just be next.